around right now, baby, right now? Do an improv, baby, right now, now, now. Who's around right now, baby, right now? Do an improv, baby, right now, 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 now.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing? My computer unfroze right at the, I hope, right moment.
Totally the right moment. I was just looking at our chat to see what was going on. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for a show today because
Me
it
too.
is. It's
I'm very
the
excited. We have lots of pig news. We have lots of I'm excited for our friend who is playing with us today. And it's a big day for American democracy, and you know, it's going to last a long time, I'm sure.
it is a big day for American democracy. Yes, the anniversary of the insurrection.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hello.
Hello. She's doing it. She's doing it on air. I know.
I have been waiting so long for Pepper to say words on air, and when I look at her and ask and say hello to her, she gets shy. But when we're ignoring her, everybody just ignore her. She'll start
Yeah, just ignore her. She talks a lot more. Yeah, we actually ran some errands this morning, and people at stores cannot help themselves but talk to a baby.
Hello.
So it's very, she gets a lot of like, hi, and then she's just like, if anyone talks to her in public. Also, people can't help but touch her, which I'm like, we're in a global pandemic. Don't touch my baby.
No,
and I never say any words. I'm just like, yeah.
Even
Luckily,
if we're not, like the amount of pregnant people's bellies I've seen get touched.
Oh, I used to get touched a lot when I was pregnant. Yeah.
Oh.
That was the only upshot of us being like completely isolated at that time, was that like I didn't get touched as much. Because my first pregnancy, I got touched so much in my belly. And its bellies are like private to me. Like that's a private place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Belly.
Yeah. So now she says hello, bye, ball, mama, dada. And what other vocabulary do we need? Do you even need any other vocabulary? I'd submit that you do not. Oh, yeah,
I submit that you did not. Except maybe these are really L, very difficult letter to say for all ages, but particularly babies.
Yeah, it is. It's difficult.
It's never gonna not make me smile. And I agree. Okay, Chloe, people should definitely not be touching anyone else randomly, period. I agree.
Yeah. Oh, total. Yeah, hard agree. Speaking of hard agrees, can I just tell this story quick? So she had a pediatrician appointment yesterday. And in general, I really like her pediatrician, so I'm not here to submit any complaints. But I'm going to keep his name off the air for now, just in case. But yesterday...
IANAL.
Yeah, exactly. IANAL. Yeah. Which stands for I am not a lawyer. For those of you who have not been watching the show religiously, I am not a lawyer.
I am not a lawyer. IANAL.
Yes, okay, IANAL. So we just understand the abbreviations. So we're there, and her pediatrician is, we were talking about the pandemic, obviously. It comes up in every single conversation. And he said, yeah, I really feel like the government just needs to get their act together. And I was like, oh, hard agree. Yeah, total agree, right? And then he was like, and they need to tell everybody that we're over the worst of it. And I was like, oh, I recant my agree. Recant agree. Not agree. Soft. No, very, very, very soft agree. Not agree. I just was like, I was like, oh, we're completely on seeing eye to eye here, guy. And then no, I was not expecting the worst is. I was
a person in healthcare said that.
He does. He's in pediatrics, so he's like, because kids have not been and are not like, they're, even if we're getting it, they're not getting very sick. Because how it's manifesting for the people he's treating is like not hospitalizations, but he's also not in the hospital. He's a private practice, So it is. He's definitely seeing a different side of it. In all fairness, but at the same time, there are a bunch of medical people that are not full believers in it. Even though you see people who are working in the hospitals being like, please please
The
get
people that
vaccinated.
I know who are working in healthcare right now are more along the please stay home. Please
Yeah.
don't get into an accident because, you know, who knows who's going to decide if you get better or not.
Yeah, no one have any heart incidents. Yeah, for sure. But it was an interesting moment of heart. But
We're
I would
over
agree
the
with
worst
you.
of it.
I was like, oh no, that's not what it is. I don't agree. I don't agree. I thought stepping up, I thought it was different. I thought we were aiming for a different thing. So
In
but
happier news, I have to say that Roy said hi and Pepper said hi back to him.
oh, it was good timed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow. I hope that you continue to receive the highest level of care for this child
Yeah.
who we all love.
I mean, on the whole, good pediatrician. I'm happy with stuff there. But his I think we're in soft degree. Anyways, so today we are celebrating both having an amazing guest and the second year, right? The second anniversary of the insurrection? First
No,
anniversary?
my friend. It's only the first.
It's
It was
only been 1
only a
year.
year ago that my therapist was apologizing to me for my rising paranoia.
Yeah, wow, just 1 year. I really thought it.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
And
Sorry.
We're back. But yeah. So related, our theme today is urge surfing.
Oh my god, surfing urge.
So urge surfing.
Urge
Urge
surfing.
surfing. For those of you at home who didn't know, I actually just learned. Is it playing again? No, I'm still talking. Okay. I was like, is there more sounds? So urge surfing, I just learned this term this week, which is basically when you have a behavior that you are trying to maybe not do as much anymore. You're going to get these urges to still do it. So let's just say you are trying to cut down on your orange juice intake. You're having a lot of acid reflux. You're trying to cut down on your orange juice. So you might get the urge to drink some orange juice in the morning. That'll be like a huge urge. And so you'll get this like wave of urge. And the recommendation is to sort of surf or ride it out, let it go back away. And basically you get the trigger, you feel the urge, it peaks, and then it will fall if you kind of continue to ride it out. And every trigger has a different peak for it. So, you might have a trigger in the morning for orange juice. You might be like a midday orange juice drinker and you get that urge as well. And every time you ride it out, the urge gets less and less and less. You've got like a mango situation there. You get it. You get what I'm talking about. But yeah, I was talking to LG, be like, we're bantering around some theme ideas. And I was like, what about uptick? And she was like, yeah, sure. BRB, urge surfing. And I was like, that's a way better theme. Here we go. We're in. And now the audience knows of this new technique, and it's actually pretty, I'll say urge surfing, now that I've learned about it, because once you learn about something, it becomes a little more conscious in your brain. I've noticed on myself, like on different things that I'm like trying to cut back on, when I feel that urge, I'm like, okay, here's the urge coming. And thinking of it as a wave that peaks and then falls back down, you can kind of feel that peak and the coming back down. And it's been a little easier to ride out certain urges. Orange juice urges.
It's got its roots in, I want to say, ACT therapy, and I think I've been reading a little bit about DBT. I think that's probably where I've heard of it before, but didn't really get deep into it because I've never done like a full DBT module either as a client or a clinician. So it's been cool. It's got its roots in I think addiction work, and then has spread to like ACT and compassion therapy and very fucking cool shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
surfing urge. But it's awesome. Yeah. Emotions are energy. Yeah, it's interesting. Another thing I learned this recently is about like all emotions are basically like forms of dysregulation. So we talk about like trying to be like happy. I was like, that's like the goal of like being happy, but that's really unrealistic because happy is it's a type of dysregulation. It's just like anger, like mad, glad, sad, afraid, as we learn it in improv. The four main emotions: anger, sadness, fear, and happiness, it's only a quarter of them. So it's not realistic to aim to be happy. You're supposed to aim to be sort of neutral, and enjoy happiness when it comes and experience the other ones as they come. So it's
a general goodish, a general buoyant, neutral goodish.
Yeah, exactly, which is just interesting. Anyways, okay. Well, so speaking of a general neutral buoyant goodishness, we have Jimmy Sorrell. We have on the show today.
what an honor to get such an introduction.
Yeah, that's a general buoyant goodishness. I think that's pretty. I don't know if a more accurate way to describe you.
No, that's perfect. I loved it.
I think about you with alarming regularity, Jimmy, because I'm in PT right now. And every time I do a new thing, I want to text you and be like, they put me in the cage today.
The cage? Wait, you get put in a cage? You're not in PT, LG. That's not.
Ooh, it's so cool. Anyway, Jimmy, I'm doing so much cool shit. And I think about you. Jimmy is hard at work being studious. So we're happy that school isn't back in session yet.
No, not yet. I have another couple weeks off. I think it could come back on the 24th for my last full semester of classes, and then it's like a year of clinicals after that. But I'm done with all the hard classes allegedly. So
wow.
So that's.
I wonder if you if at any point you'll be like a PTA for anyone in the big community, because there's a lot.
A lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries. Cool stuff on Jimmy. Yes.
Believe from Ted Lasso.
Yeah. They do yank on my leg. They yank on my legs very gently. Victor and I have a good relationship, and it's very slow. And the bone, the things pop and snap, and it feels very nice. There's a seatbelt involved.
Leg yanks feel good. I like those ones.
What are they called?
Long axis traction or short axis traction.
You're going to get tested on this, but not by me.
Wow.
But no, LG, I do appreciate the messages that you do send me. So they usually get a good laugh. So
I'm in a cage.
Yeah, I'm not convinced you're seeing a physical therapist, LG. I'm just not.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what the cage is. Maybe I'll learn that this next semester, but
that's definitely a last semester thing. Putting people in cages is definitely at the end. That's got to be at the end. Why would you put that at the beginning? You're not going to open with the cages.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say, the cage and the leg pulls. Some things work for some people. I'm sorry that it was unsuccessful, but I'm glad that it was. You got to try.
Yeah.
Got to try stuff.
Yeah. I remember I went to PT, and my end result was I was like, why doesn't this should be something we go to every year, just like our if we have to go see our doctor, like our PCP, like we should all be seeing a physical therapist on like a month. Like that should be like mental health, like also like all those like once a month or 6 months. Like I feel like I got way more out of PT than I've ever gotten from more mandated medical interventions like dentistry or primary care physicians. Personally,
like the part of it is like the PT world, they're hard. It's hard to get them to like interject themselves into the medical world. Like we're just kind of off to the side, just like, hey, everybody, just please consider us. Like movement's great, but and they're just like, shut up, PT, go to our chiropractor. He's like, no.
I literally am about half an inch taller for 6 months after finishing every round of physical therapy, while my posture continues to be good. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes,
Jordan. Yes, just as usual. We're doing our regular show open. Our regular show open. We go through.
Welcome in.
Therapy updates, medical care, kids in cages. All right, so today we're gonna play some games for you, audience. We've got a lot of things for you to do, so we're glad that you're here, ready to type some awesome suggestions.
Just like I text Jimmy.
I want to start us off with Spin Team because that is a game we are used to, And new for Jimmy, old for LG and I, and that is going to be our comfort zone every time.
Yeah.
All cats are beautiful.
All cats are beautiful.
Related to
We
the
take
insurrection.
something-
It's all coming back.
It's all coming
So
back.
in
We have to
honor of
remind
insurrection-
ourselves sometimes of our own games.
Oh wait, actually, I owe this. This morning I was telling Bagley about how we're going to talk about the anniversary of insurrection, and he was like, "Oh, you can't spell insurrection without erection," and I was like, "You're right. There's the joke. There it is."
Oh, I wish I had a bumper for that.
I know. He's like, there's something there with incels and erection too. He's like, there's definitely. I was like, yeah, we'll keep workshopping it. So we'll see what happens. Audience, if you can think of a good joke between incels and an erection and insurrection, it's right there. It's right there.
And
the Venn diagram is all related.
It's all related.
This is why we keep these videos loaded. This is why we keep them loaded.
Top of the show,
Hey,
Trevor. Trevor, my green background.
Trevor's here. The CEO of Citizens joins us once again. Okay, so we're gonna play Spin Team. So Jimmy, we're gonna stick you in the site-proof booth, but before we do, we're gonna give a little rundown of the game. So what we're gonna do is, Jimmy has done something terrible with someone famous and a particular object. So audience, from you, we're going to get that famous person, the thing that Jimmy did with this person, and with what involving what object. Jimmy's gonna have to guess all of those. So we can pull up some suggestions. Jimmy, let's stick you into our site-proof booth. Our site-proof booth, Jimmy, spoiler alert, is just you going to a different tab in honesty.
Yeah. People, IKEA has been looked at.
Yeah, you can do some shopping,
email.
some online shopping. You can check your emails, whatever you want to do. Let us know when you're in a different tab. And we're just going to base it on honesty. And then audience, let's start us off. Can you give us a famous person? This could be a celebrity.
I'm not in the different tab right now.
Oh, you're not in a different tab now. Oh,
I was for a second, and now I'm back.
Okay. All right. We'll go
You
away.
can watch Ted Lasso, but make sure it's on mute.
Yeah. Just it's fine. You can.
Wait, are you telling me like I should actually physically go somewhere else?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
All right,
No.
I got. I thought there was some sort of tech that y'all were
StreamYard
doing.
open, but like open,
No.
just a new tab.
Yeah, new tabs. You can hear us. We can call you back. But just don't.
All right, there we
look.
go.
And
I'm good now.
We'll pull up the comments so the audience knows what it is. But this way
He's actually, just so that the audience knows what he's looking at like when the next Iron Man is that he can compete in. That he's
just checking out. He's checking out race schedules and stuff. Yeah.
It's so far away.
So far away. It's outdoors. It's got to be sooner than a lot of other things. It's coming up.
That's fair.
So audience, can we first start off with a famous person? This could be any kind of celebrity, fictional character, historical person, anything that would be well known enough that we could all have a reference point to. Wow.
These are so great.
Some of our audience members are giving us all three in one go.
Yeah. I also like that. I'm pretty sure, is this a bot?
I'm pretty sure it's a bot. Oh, apparently we can kick these people out. The bot's out. It's a thing Ian said that we can do. I don't get it. Oh, I see.
I want to put them in timeout. I'm putting her in timeout.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
I put them in timeout for 5 minutes.
So all right. So let's pick our first our 5 minutes. 5 minutes. The bot was blocked. Get in timeout, bot. That's how famous we are. We get bots now on our show.
Who are we looking at? Who are we picking?
Well, I'll tell you. This person jumps out at me because I think it'll both be a little bit difficult, but also well known enough to be work. Yeah. All right.
I concur.
Okay. So audience, this is the person that Jimmy has committed the atrocity with. Okay. So now we want to get some sort of thing that Jimmy has done wrong with this person. So they and Jimmy did the wrong thing together. Anything that could be considered not right.
Within reason.
Within reason. Well, we're not going to pick some real, we're not going to pick some horrendous things, just something light, invading the White House or something.
Do you hear that?
The baby,
1 year ago. 1 year.
The baby stopped nursing and like was like, "What's this?" Good jam.
Hello.
Good jam.
What do you? Okay, I see this one.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah,
And
yeah.
audience-
Okay, audience. So this is our
I'm
oh,
writing it down so you don't have to.
wait. I know we just picked this one. I know we just picked that one. But did you see this one?
I didn't. Do you want to do that one? And
Can we?
yes. Oh yes.
Okay.
Both good suggestions, but we only have one Jimmy.
I know. And I'm sorry, Jess. I do like your suggestion, but then, you know, this one came in, and I can't. Well, I guess we could say who suggested it. Well, Jimmy wouldn't even see this.
Yeah. We used it.
Trevor,
Jess had an excellent other suggestion. Now we just need
Now we just need an object that they did this thing with. So any kind of object. Now it doesn't have to be related to the activity. Don't worry about it making sense. That's not the point. The point of this is to frustrate and confound Jimmy. That's the point of this game.
Yeah. We usually don't get a third object, but Bowler said, "Hey, we have Jim Jam.
We have Jim Jam. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like win. These are that win and roan. Yeah. It's good. It's for the best. I think it's for the best. Yeah. So we just need an object that that feels too related. Too easy. Yeah. Too related. Yeah. We want it to be. Okay. Here I'm into this one. It feels very specific. Very specific. Yeah.
Yep. And just right up Jimmy's alley as well.
And right up Jimmy's alley. Okay.
I've written them down so you don't have to.
Okay, you've got them written down, and then I'm just going to review for the audience just so we've got, this is the object, this is the thing, the atrocity that was committed, and this is with whom? With who? With whom?
With whom?
Yeah, it was committed with, just so that we have we're all on the same page, audience. So this is what we're going to do, is that we are going to bring Jimmy back, but before we do, audience, could you flood our chat with some emojis? So just so that we can clear our comment screen before we bring Jimmy back from the Site-Proof booth. And then we will bring Jimmy back and play our first round of Spin Team for the new year, which is
I love the emojis. There's a lot of pigs, a lot of bots, a lot of, I think Chloe was trying to spell out my Grussy, the Grussy.
I like it when, because on our end, the YouTube emojis don't come out as the pictures. They come out as the words they're programmed as. So we get like learning, takeout, wash hands, elbow cough, virtual hug. You got this. This is Roach. This is amazing. Okay. Jimmy, come on back from the Site-Proof booth. You are allowed to come back. This is how, I don't know if it's displaying on the screen, but this is how it comes up on our end.
Wash hands.
Which I assume on the chat, it's not looking like that. Virtual hug, you got this. Sanitizer, oops.
I love the one that says wash hands that just is, that's my favorite one to use because it looks like clapping. So I use it all the time.
Is it? And now I'm like so curious. I've got to see what it actually is on the actual thing. Amazing.
I was looking at Instagram, and then when y'all said something about the race schedule, then I'm like, yeah, I should probably look at something. So I did go to the Spartan website because I'm still trying to figure out. I pre-purchased the races, I just haven't scheduled them yet. So
that's awesome. A good idea.
Yeah.
Also, just to clarify, Jimmy, you did physically pass out during the last one you did, right? You just flat out ran out of energy and took a nap for 3 hours?
No, I didn't like pass out. I didn't like stumble to the ground. Like it was, I made the active choice to lay down for a while.
This was a 24-hour race? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, 24-hour race.
And you were running 50 miles.
50 miles.
50 miles. And then you made the choice to rest partway through?
Well, so yeah, so between mile 30 and 35, I had food in my bag that fell out of my bag, and so then I ran out of food and ran out of calories on that lap, and just came in like just dragging my feet, just felt very unstable, and then I basically ate a ton of food for like an hour, and then laid down for like about hour and a half, 2 hours, and then woke up. I was gonna just do one more lap so I could finish the race. And then my friend was just like, you could do 3 more laps. And I'm like, okay. And then I went out there and I did 3 more laps and got my 50 miles because that's what friends do.
Because that's what friends do. Jimmy, those are not friends. Those are not friends.
Yeah.
I am glad that you got that thing. I believe that you could have napped and been happy with 47 miles, but you know what? At the end of the day, Jim Jam, it's all about you and your physical therapist making sure that you recover well for the next race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's an amazing feat. Running 50 laps is an amazing feat. And because we're comedians, we will never let you forget that you took a nap at the end.
That you listened to your body. What?
Because
I know, it was such a hard thing to do, to be like, you effed it up again.
You responded to the fact that you physically could not continue.
Yeah. And I had people being like, oh, get out there. And I'm just like, I don't feel safe going out there right now. And just laid down and ate food for a while. And then like when I popped back up, like that first lap back was my second fastest of the whole thing because I gave myself that little bit of time.
Because you did the thing.
Yeah, because I listened.
It's incredible. Well, we're proud of you. We don't remember
all the way to the library.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a quarter mile away. And back.
That's a good walk.
Anyways, let's get going on this game before I forget what these things are.
I just had to look
at them. Write them down. I think we got. I don't even know if the audience is going to remember them. The audience is going to be like, what's the thing? I think I remember them. We're going to remember them. Audience, you'll be fine. Audience, if you see that Jimmy is getting close, you can put the snapping emoji. If you see that he's got them exactly, you can put the clapping emoji. But there's a delay, so it might not even be helpful to him.
You could also just write the words snap and clap with or without colons.
Yeah. I don't even know if there is a snapping emoji, but I think it might be the one that's like this. You know, the one that's like
the fisting? The fisting.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So so we are your spin team. We're your spin team.
We are your spin team.
We're your spin team. Here we go. We are here to help you recover from this incident. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, I don't think it's that bad. I think a lot of people have done this.
I think a lot of people have done this.
I trust you two, but I don't know if I can bounce back from this.
We've got a lot of techniques. First off, I mean, let's just talk about it in general, the thing that you did. I mean, I think it's a pretty common thing. You know, I mean,
I don't like bringing it up.
I know, but just think about how many locations there are nationwide. You don't think that's kind of a thing that people run into? I think it is.
I think that when you have, that specific of a menu, you gotta be prepared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know what, with supply chain issues, there's shortages everywhere. Like, who's to say there wasn't a shortage before you got there? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I was hungry.
Of course.
You were hungry. You just ran 35 miles. You were starving.
You needed it. You needed it.
I know the experience of calorie debt, and I just didn't want that to happen again.
Right. And you know what? In protein, you focus on the proteins.
Yeah.
And that's admirable, I would say. You know, people know that you're enthusiastic about fitness, and that's, I think, going for a lot, so much protein. I think people are going to be like, oh, I think it makes sense. I
mean, I try to focus on that. I love burgers. I love chicken, like both in nugget and strip form.
Right.
when I saw it, I couldn't stop.
I get
You
it.
couldn't stop. None of those things were good enough. You couldn't stop eating what you did eat. None of those things were good enough for you. You had to listen. Oh, sorry, Bowler. Yeah.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, I've sometimes the way they prepare them, it's almost like eating popcorn. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
you just-
it's like,
one, two,
and
three,
you know,
four.
no one's gonna be like at a movie theater. Oh, let me just have one. No, you're gonna keep going, and and I think depending on preparation technique, so I think we can sell this as a moment of calorie deficit. You are making choices, and who knows with the supply chain issues, who knows how many were there to start.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe it was a feat that I completely cleared out all of the chicken from that restaurant. Maybe it was.
I mean, that's already I mean, that's
I hadn't heard about the chicken too. We're gonna have to work on
separate
we'll
meeting.
have to that's
all right. I was not completely honest with both of you. I guess I thought you knew, but I'm sorry that this is coming out now.
We don't judge. We just need to bill for a separate meeting. That's all.
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
handle the chicken. Let's handle the chicken on Thursday. We can come back Thursday and we'll talk about the chicken.
Yeah. This one though.
Yeah.
I just think, it's okay. Let's just talk about it. You're going in there, right? Let's try to have people are relatable. People are relatable. You're going in there, you already got the bib on, you know what I mean? You're ready.
Can I be honest? So my dear friend in college, Joe Krush, he kind of set like a record among our friends. He ate 150 of them. Like they gave him like first they're like, oh, here's 15 on a plate, here's 15 on a plate, and then they were like, oh, what's this guy doing? And then they started bringing out plates of 10, and then he ended up getting 150, and it was amazing. And I'm like, to honor Joe, I just want to eat all of the shrimp. I want whether it's popcorn, whether it's cocktail style, I just want to eat all of the shrimp. And what goes better with shrimp than that chicken that I ate?
Yeah, well, I think I mean, it's like a surf and turf situation. No, I get it. I get it. Okay, we can roll it in. Yeah, I mean, and all the shrimp is subjective. All depending on the locations of this. I think they're all it's a chain, so they're all related.
Yeah.
But each place, I think it's a franchise situation. I'm understand as my impression. So, all the shrimp is relative.
Right. So, I mean, is it the most shameful thing that I did go to a Red Lobster?
No,
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think Red Lobster, I think that's where we connect with people. I think we sell that at first. We just say, it's like, yes, he was at a Red Lobster. You know what I mean? Yeah. Red Lobster, ate all the shrimp at a Red Lobster. Yeah, like that's totally, that's fine,
I mean,
you were taken there for doing such a good job at the race.
Yeah. And
what better place to get seafood than a Red Lobster in Nevada?
Right.
The freshest flash freezed fresh shrimp, and you ate 150 of them. God bless you.
And you ate them all, and that's all right. And I think like you're going there with someone so famous, you get caught up. I think people understand that. I mean,
you not to mention you go there with a celebrity, they're gonna give you whatever you ask for, gratuitous or not.
Right. I mean, it was like, I feel like it was almost wasted, like to, have my celeb power get me all you can eat shrimp when I probably could have paid for that myself.
I mean, this
I feel like it's the health aficionado with the physical fitness aficionado, like those two together. I think that's the angle we go for.
They aren't though. That's the thing, is that I think that this was an opportunity, and Jimmy really schooled this person. This, to think they're gonna try to build a budding political career off of their grifting.
Yeah. What do you have? Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I mean, it's an odd relationship that we have, but it was, you know, it was meaningful, at least for a time. I know I've had to kind of separate myself from them for a bit, but I hope it's not over forever.
I mean, I, HBO prison shows end too, no matter how good or bad they were or how long they were. Everything ends.
That's not. I know. He's not related to that. That's a separate. That's a common misconception. I just want it for the record. That is not. That's.
Okay, that's my bad. That's my bad. That's my
Yeah,
bad.
no, that's okay.
I should know better. PR.
I just think, you know what I mean? Like, I think you both going in there, he's hyping you up, talking to you about how shrimp is a leaner protein. You got caught up into it. You know what I mean? It's like, I think it's an honest mistake.
It's an honest mistake. He wants you to buy he wants you to buy books. He wants you to be the face of you know, I mean, did he even pay you for the Shrimptastic book? Shrimp and you?
Well, that this meal was the payment.
Oh, Jimmy, you're better than this. You deserve so much money. So much of the money.
I just thought it'd, like, you know, I thought it'd help him out. I thought, you know, like, yeah, people, you know, call you a doctor, but you're not really a doctor. But, you know, just he's not making the money of a doctor, I suppose.
He's making the money of a bunch of doctors. He's friends with Oprah.
Right, but you know, I think we can use this angle though. I think we can use this angle that, you know, you pitied him because he's not actually a medical provider, and so you were trying to extend your friendship.
Well, let's not. I mean, I am not a lawyer. He might be currently paying to keep up his medical license. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It could just be for the attention, but I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, I feel like him wearing the scrubs, you know, that's attention. We all know that. That's pushing a little too far. And I brought that up during our meal, and you know, I'm just like, hey, Ozzy, like we need to stop this and get me another plate of shrimp.
Exactly. He's
not a Dr. Phil. Okay, he's got at least some. He should know better.
Yeah.
And
honestly, like he kind of took the joke a little too far. Like I mentioned the political thing, and then now look at him now. Like, it was a joke.
You gave him the idea to run for governor?
I was so full of shrimp, I was going a little crazy.
Yeah, shrimp brain. I think shrimp brain is something that everyone can relate to. And I think that's what we go with. You know what I mean? You're there with the doctor, and you get shrimp brain, and the next thing you know, you've eaten all the shrimp. You know what I mean?
The music, the jazz, the lovemaking, the drugs, Dr. Oz, shrimp. Yeah. We get it.
It was just a whirlwind.
A whirlwind. Yeah. You know, and that's just what happens. You know, you're around a heart.
And you think you can clear this all? You can make this work for me?
We can. There's one element that, like, you know, I don't think Dr. Oz is a big enough distraction, you know, from, you know, what you had on the table there.
So this is the worst part?
I think trying to take some of the shrimp home, that's probably where some people are not going to be able to relate. Because, like, eating all the shrimp, all that you can eat in that moment makes a lot of sense. Trying to take some home.
Trying to take some home without ice, without. I don't eat seafood, but it just.
No, I'm not a lawyer, but like all you can eat, I don't see like in this designated amount of time. I could eat more eventually, so I thought I wanted to get my all you can eat worth.
Yeah. No, I get it, and I think, you know, I think opting, you know, for, you know, I think if you opted for like a clutch, people would be like, oh, okay, that's a smaller amount, that's okay. But, you know, I mean, you're going for like a shoulder bag amount. Yeah. People are going to be a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, is it bad that I just wanted to really show off that I had one of those bags.
No, I mean, that's gonna ultimately get you a lot of followers if you're, you mentioned the scrubs. You've got to project an image that you want to be seen as in the world, and this would
It's
help.
very classic designs,
Classic, classy.
Like all an American designer. I think that's like, I think we can go with this. Red Lobster's an American restaurant, American designer. Dr.
Female
Oz is an American.
CEOs are in. Capitalism's okay if you've got a girl boss at the top.
Yeah. So yeah, like I wanted to show my support. I wanted to like really get out there with my giant Coach bag filled with shrimp.
And you hid that just fine. That did not make it into the paparazzi photos.
Yeah, I think no one knows about the Coach bag, Phil.
If in fact we did not hear that, there was a lag.
Let's pretend we didn't even hear it. We didn't even hear it.
Okay, all right, fine.
Let's just pretend to hear. Okay, forget about the Coach bag. Forget about that. Okay,
yeah.
I think, I think that's the thing, is that this designer, I think, people are thinking like, are they just designing purses, or do they also design playing cards? And I think that's where people are like not as familiar. And you could just be sort of talking about, like it's, like it was a gambling thing. Like maybe we can like spin a little, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas with it,
Right.
You weren't trying to, ruin it from the inside. It just, that's what happens when you leave shrimp in there for several days.
I thought that, maybe like the red color of it would really mask that shrimp, stain and smell that we usually get when I bring that much shrimp home.
Your synesthesia does not help you here. It hurts you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I also think, maybe we could also go with an angle of like, maybe it's not card playing and gambling. Maybe you were like, this is for my garden. This is a gardening bag. You know what I mean? Because I think maybe we could spin this as a garden tool, possibly, instead of playing cards. Because I think, it could be both. Could be garden tool, could be a deck of cards.
Yeah, it's I mean it's like, again, it says it's all like a whirlwind, because like I'm really branching out to a whole lot of new things in my life with gardening and purses and all that. So like it's been a year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I mean, this is the kind of year to try new hobbies and things, and I think we still get a chance. I mean, she's a very popular designer. She's sold in a lot of places. Maybe you didn't really understand what the bag was for. You thought it was for deck of cards, or maybe for garden tools, because, the name got you confused.
Yeah.
I think people relate to confusion.
Yeah.
I think people relate to putting your hand in your bag and feeling around and something slimy's in there.
Right.
But not this bag.
Not this bag.
Not this bag.
But it could be.
You know what I have gotten in trouble for using as a purse is a plastic bag. And not even because it was an environmentally unfriendly choice, but because it looked trashy. And if I had put shrimp in it, it would have leaked out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm still stuck on the sensory feel of warm, mushy shrimp.
I mean, what better feeling is there? Just reach in knowing that you have a whole handful of goodness going towards your mouth.
You are straying further and further from the path of acceptability. First it was just to take home. Now it's to put your hand in wet, warm, mushy shrimp.
Well, you told me I had to be honest with you, so here I am.
That's okay. I do appreciate it.
Yeah. I
really wish I could explain myself on this one. I honestly do.
I don't. Yeah, okay. I'm not. I don't know what that one is referring to, so that may or may not help. But I figured I'd bring it up just in case, because maybe you know. I don't know it. I don't know.
I'm just a fat guy in a little coat, but not him, the other guy.
Oh,
who's that guy who plays opposite Chris Farley in that?
Yeah, I mean, clearly it's David Spade.
Yeah,
David Spade. That's right, David Spade. Right, Spade.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I took my Coach bag filled with shrimp and I put it in a Kate Spade bag.
Yes.
Yeah. You had one of those Kate Spade purses, just filled it up with shrimp.
Yeah.
It ruins the purse. You know that ruins the purse.
It
People aren't mad at you for having it or using it. It's that you ruined it.
I think we can still spin this. I think we just appeal to, the people's common urge to put shrimp in a bag, to eat shrimp.
All you can eat shrimp.
The Dr. Oz confusion.
We could ultimately tie this into a promotional campaign if we do it correctly. We just tell people, if you've got an urge for shrimp, surf that urge all the way to Red Lobster.
I'm going to reach out to Kate Spade's people, see if they want to collaborate on this, and see if we can actually just sort of, make this all go away. But thanks again. Thanks again for being with us. And we'll handle the chicken thing next week, okay?
All right. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yay! Clap.
I had no idea that Black Sheep. I was like, I'm just going to pull it up because just in case someone else knows what this reference is.
Was it Tommy Boy? Was fat guy in a little
Tommy
coat?
Boy.
Tommy Boy. Okay.
Tommy Boy.
I got my.
That helped though. That helped me because I was like, I don't understand. David Spade. Yeah. So, yeah.
What does let's play another game. What did Pepper just steal?
She's going into her room that she shares with Luke and just taking his toys. Because now she can just play with him freely. He's at his dad's this week, so she's just like, look what I got. Another thing that I'm not usually supposed to touch. And now she's in this phase of like hiding things in things. So like we'll open a cabinet and there'll be like stuff in there that's not supposed to be in there. She just like puts in and like in pots and stuff. So like random drawers and things, you'll open it and there'll be like a scoop or a spoon or toys or whatever that are just in there, and like it's great. It's a good, but she's got an excavation kit that she has. She's just talking to.
Oh, thank you, Jess. Thank you, Jess Harris.
Yes.
The noises are for Jess Harris. Well, so we've got a few minutes left. What do we want to play?
Well, I think we've got time for Pavlovian response.
Want to do Pavlov? We've got Jimmy. We've got to do Pavlovian response. I'm going to kick these two people out real quick. Hey, it's just me. Oh wait, no, I don't have to do that. You guys can go kick yourself out.
Yeah. So one at a time, Jimmy and I are going to go into the site-proof booth, and LG from the audience is going to grab both a well, first, audience, we need a location for our scene. So, audience, if you give us the name of a location for the scene that we're all going to agree upon.
For example, a mafia negotiation was what we used in our example backstage.
Or a grocery store, wherever. So, some kind of location. And then based on that location, audience, you're going to give Jimmy and I each a trigger word and a response that we're going to have to do if one of us in the scene says that word at any point. So let's first agree on the location. I am very partial to a Friendly's, having worked there in the past. So I would love to. I get a lot of Friendly's vocab up my sleeve. So this will be our location. So now Jimmy and I will one at a time enter our site-proof booth to get trigger words for each.
Nope, I'm going to get. This is where I come in. This is teamwork because Bowler explains things while my stutter is happening. From the audience, while they are in their site-proof booths, are you both out of the screen yet?
I can leave.
Yeah,
I'm gone now.
we'll get a trigger and a response for each of them. So let's start with Bowler.
All right, so I'm gonna come back.
Come back. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
So let's get Bowler can see these because every time the trigger happens, the response will happen. So if it is a bell gets rung, a dog is hungry. But if it's like somebody snaps their fingers in the scene, Bowler has to bark like a dog, something like that. It can be anything, but let's start with the trigger first, knowing that it's
the trigger.
friendly.
Yeah, so trigger word. So some word that you might come up in a scene taking place at Friendlies. We're gonna grab one of those words, and then I will have to do some sort of response. And don't ruin all the words, audience. Go slow because you're gonna get one for Jimmy and myself.
Yeah, smoking section, not a good one because this is Friendlies and not Pickford's.
The Friendlies I worked at did have a former smoking section. It did have one, but then it had been closed at that point.
Did it still smell?
It did. It did have the lingering ghosts of nicotine in there.
Oh, ghosts of nicotine. Okay. I see one. I see another one. Was that?
This one's good. Yeah, I'm good with this one.
All
yeah.
right,
Okay, so this will be my trigger word. If Jimmy or LG say this in the scene, I will have to do a response. So now we should find out what my response should be from the audience.
So every time this word exists in this scene, Boulder will have to do what? Keep in mind that we are in front of computer screens and cannot, I don't know what I would make people do if we were on stage. I'm trying to think about that too. Probably something really physical, but this one
I would make Jimmy run 50 miles every time this would happen.
I would only make him run 47 because I'm a good friend. Let's get people are thinking these ones are tough. We're gonna make them work. I love it. What can we make a Bowler do? Again, like a snap. What did we do in the examples? What were more examples?
There was a finger snapping. We could clap. I could spin in my chair.
Yeah, something that is hard gonna be that Jimmy will have to guess so that he can take advantage of what the trigger is and start using it when he figures it out. So it's sort of a guessing game for both of them.
Simultaneous.
I see one eye. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh, I've got to choose
either one.
These.
Whichever one you want to pull up, I'm good.
I think this one. Oh, whoops. Well, that one I accidentally clicked on, and now that's going to be the one.
All right, so that's what I'm going to do every time I see that first word. I got it. All right, I'm going to go into the site-proof booth now.
Okay, wait. I'm going to take that back. And everybody flood the chat with emojis real quick, or just words. Wash hands. Wash hands. I want to see a sea of wash hands. wash all your hands. This way that Jimmy won't see her triggers. I'll just hang on. See. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's get a trigger, and it can be one of the ones that we didn't use if you want to resuggest one of those. Let's get a trigger for Jimmy. And let's not say, I'm going to try not to say it too much because I don't want like anyone from like the MAGA crowd to send a bot this way. If I say I'm triggered too much, they might like come over and accuse me of being a Glee fan. Do you guys know about this? There's a
I heard about the Glee stuff. I'm a Glee fan. I'm even more so now that I know conservatives are getting upset by it. I haven't watched it recently, but I've watched my fair share of seasons of that.
I watched my fair share of the early seasons, and I still, you got to recognize that it was ridiculous. I like this. This is a restaurant word. Jimmy, can you see it?
Yep.
You got it?
Yep.
And let's get Chloe says, Bowler, she watched all of Glee in the beginning of the pandemic. I support you, and the Christmas albums were still good. Jess Harris has got to go. Thank you for watching. I'm going to take one of the triggers from before and say that every time, we're going to do this one.
Okay.
So every time his trigger happens, he's going to do this. All right. I'm going to bring Bowler back in, but first let's say goodbye to Jess in the chat and tell her to wash their hands. Wash hands for happy birthday. Okay. One more. Somebody say one more thing on my screen, and then we can say your favorite. Say the. There we go. All right. Everybody back from the Site-Proof booths.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm coming back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Listen. Training today is gonna go very smoothly. I need Bowler. I need you to train Jimmy. Jimmy, I need you to shadow Bowler like you live inside her butt. All right. You need to learn from the best.
Okay.
Thank you for saying that.
Table 4 needs service. I'm gonna let them make them wait a little while because they were like total assholes to me as I walked by. Bowler's just gonna show you how to do some stuff over here. Make it look like you're working, and I'll comp like a dessert.
Okay.
So take notes as you train.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. So Jimmy, first couple things you're gonna know about training. What the biggest rule: clear the ketchup before the dessert comes. You must bust the ketchup before the dessert comes because people don't want to look at ketchup while they're eating ice cream. Okay, that's just a
That's why would I leave the ketchup? Like,
no, yeah, for sure.
so sorry, I mean, like, I feel like I appreciate the training. I just feel like I've been in training for so long. I thought I was ready to go out on my own.
Excuse me, if I could just pipe in again, pretend I'm not here, just in the background observing. All ketchup should have already been bussed. This is breakfast menu. We only give them ketchup if they specifically ask for it. It really pisses off the egg eaters. Continue.
Okay, so all right. Well, then I would say the next most important thing for training is that when you plug in your orders, you want to put them, especially for big tables, put them in order around this table, like a seating chart. Because then if other people are helping deliver your food, you want them to be able to read the slips and deliver them in the right order. You don't want to be putting chicken fingers in front of someone who didn't order chicken fingers, or you know, putting down like an egg sandwich in front of someone who ordered an omelet. You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff. It's just
okay. Yeah, I mean that's reasonable. Well, you've been working here for 7 years, 8 years.
Yeah, 7.5.
And you've been training how long this time?
I've been a trainer for the last 4 years.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. I just wanted to get a baseline where we're at. I just wanted to see who, like, am I working with the best scooper or not? Just.
I'm just going to interject in there, and Bowler is the best scooper. Again, that is an ice cream. That is a dessert. We're always pushing the dessert. Right now, breakfast menu, breakfast desserts.
Okay, well, one of the most popular breakfast menu, which crosses over into the fountain area, which you do have to prep in the fountain, is the Mickey Mouse pancakes, which we don't have licensing for the Mickey Mouse pancakes, so you have to call them mouse ear pancakes. Okay. And you have to create a smile on them with the M&Ms, and you add whipped cream, and the cherry. It's like everything, and you've got to make it look like a face. It has to be a smiley face too, because some people like to put angry eyebrows on it. You can't do that. You don't want kids to be looking at Mickey and like, is Mickey mad at me?
Right.
No. Again, not Mickey. It is a generic.
Sorry. Is this mouse face? Is this mouse face mad at me? Mouse face mad at me. Right.
Can I just kind of throw out an idea here? I just, what if we just skipped the eyebrows altogether? Eyes and a smile, and then I think we're all good to go.
Would you skip bacon? Would you skip offering bacon? Would you skip offering sausage? Would you skip offering ham as a breakfast meat? Would you skip offering an upcharged side of pancakes?
I don't think our customers will notice it. They'll notice a difference of bacon and sausage, but I don't think they'll notice a difference of eyebrows or not.
Would you notice? I'm sorry. Would you notice a lack of bag in a tea? Huh? Would you notice a lack of bean in a coffee? How do you like it? Huh? Do you like it just hot water? What? Is that what you think we're serving? I'm sorry.
I
Can
think
I ask you, how do you take your coffee?
7 creams, 7 sugars.
Okay.
I take it with 1 cream, 1 pump, 1 cream. 1 pump, 1 cream. No more, no less. Friendly's coffee is not the best. I don't know why I went there. I've just been sucked into the corporate game.
Well, we're gonna, and Jimmy, we will go over the birthday song later, but we'll just go through that later.
Can I get to the root of why I'm here? Like,
yeah.
How do we handle tips? Do I get all my tips or do I have to share them?
When you're training, I get all your tips.
La 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 la. This is a workplace violation.
Anyways, so when we're training, I get your tips as
la 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 la. You have to split tips, but I didn't hear that.
Once you're done training, you get to keep your own tips, but until then, I get all your tips, and then I tip you out because you get the training rate, which is state minimum wage, and I get the serving minimum wage, which is only $2 an hour. So
let's get back to the inventory. I want to make sure that you guys both know. Bowler, I know that you know. I don't know that Jimmy, based on his values and why he's here, knows the menu well enough. Please go ahead. No more talk of tips.
Okay, so the menu is broken up into certain sections. Okay, so first, the top half of the menu, you've got your sort of breakfast a la carte things, where you've got all your egg combos, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, certain toast, home fries, and then breakfast.
Skip to the good stuff. Skip to the batter based menu.
All right. So then, the section you've got with all of the pancakes options,
waffles, French toast, all that good stuff.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Right. Not everything gets whipped cream on it, but all of those do come with appropriate condiments, though, too.
Okay. And what should be on the table? Not ketchup. What should be on the table? Rapid fire, Bowler. What should be on the table? Jimmy, what do you think? Anybody.
Both maple and non-maple syrup.
And Jimmy, and what else? Maple, non-maple butter? You think maybe they want butter on their maple syrup?
That little plastic thing with all the jams on it.
Where does it go?
The jam caddy does go on the table.
Jam caddy goes on the table in the back next to the salt and the pepper.
In between, not between the salt and pepper, Jimmy. Wait, Bowler. He should know this already. He's read the menu. It goes between what? The maple and... Jimmy, I'm talking to you.
The orange marmalade.
The orange marmalade.
Goes between.
So for breakfast time, do people order their soda at breakfast? And if so, is the machine up and running? Is the seltzer running? Are the syrups for each of the different sodas running?
It is
Always.
What a question. Yes, it's always up and running. And if anyone complains about any of the sodas tasting weird, immediately go back there and change the syrup back.
Is it just change it? Is it not a matter of too much syrup or too little syrup?
It's just it's a matter.
Bowler.
Is this a foolish question?
No, it's a matter of it's a matter of if there's any issue with soda flavor, change that syrup bag.
Okay. All right, fine.
I feel like I'm going to burst. You haven't discussed dessert yet, and I know that it's on the menu. I know.
Okay.
Right. I mean, I feel like the dessert's the main reason, the main thing.
Okay, let me get to the dessert. The most famous dessert here is the happy ending. Okay, and that is what it's called, and you have to say it without cracking up. Okay, and I understand the happy ending is a euphemism.
I can crack up because I am.
Right, but I'm going to be customer facing, so I can't crack up. I get it. Okay.
No.
Pretend I am a customer, and I am asking you, what is in the happy ending?
So it's the biggest and best dessert that we have to offer. And you start off with a big bowl. No.
Bowler,
No.
you tell him.
Happy ending is 2 scoops with your choice of fountain topping, be it strawberries, hot fudge, caramel.
No, 2 scoops of. You're giving them what? 2
scoops of
Bowler.
ice cream. 2 scoops of ice cream.
Thank you. You need to be more on top of this.
Okay.
Do you put any like chocolate, caramel,
any
strawberry
flavor,
syrups
any
on top?
flavor topping, and then whipped cream and a cherry. If they do not want whipped cream or a cherry, you have to mark that in the POS station, because otherwise fountain defaults to putting whipped cream and a cherry. But if you don't, when you go in to punch it in on the POS station, you need to mark no whipped cream, no cherry, whatever topping.
So
caramel,
punch it in like happy ending Sunday, no whipped cream, extra chocolate syrup, extra strawberry syrup, just all that good stuff.
Yes. Listen, it's all in there. Everything's in the POS station, but extra things cost 50 cents extra. There's an upcharge for extra things. So
and for an extra scoop
of ice cream, if they want an extra cup of M&Ms,
anything. The answer is anything. An extra anything. We're going to upcharge.
Anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it one collective upcharge? So like if I order like 3 different syrups, is it one charge or is it one charge for each syrup?
50 cents each one. That would be $1.50 upcharge.
50 cents for each one. Each what, Bowler? Every
but
syrup?
If they're ordering a bigger sundae, if they're ordering a Jim Dandy, that comes with 3 different toppings. 5 scoops of ice cream, 3 different toppings, plus whipped cream and cherry on top. Okay,
Jimmy,
so you've got
5 scoops of ice cream.
5 scoops. That's in the Jim Dandy.
Ooh.
And then the regular tall sundaes, those are 3 scoops.
And
so
again, what can you get on there for toppings?
There's Snickers, Heath bars, Reese's Pieces, M&Ms. There's pineapples. There's
can based. What's can based?
Any of the can based toppings?
Do any customers ask for maple syrup on ice cream?
That's no.
We're New England.
We can do it, but the syrup's usually put away at the end of breakfast because the syrup is hot. Because the syrup is in the hot. Syrup has to be heated, so the syrup is in the heater underneath the heat lamp. Okay, for breakfast.
I need you to get me a coffee, Jimmy, immediately. Bowler, remind him of how I take my coffee.
They take their coffee, small cup. Cream, sugar, the rest coffee.
Okay.
Cover
one
on
pump.
Shake.
1 pump.
1 pump. Caramel.
1 cream.
1 cream.
1
so
pump,
caramel
1 cream.
syrup.
It's very simple. 1 pump, 1 cream.
Yeah. And then if you start getting into like the fribbles, that's
cream.
I don't know if we have time to even cover the
syrup.
Syrup.
Syrup. Syrup. Syrup. Cream. Cream. Cream syrup. Cream syrup. Cream syrup.
Okay.
This is the craziest.
2 things. Is this game done?
This game's done now.
I need you all to know this right now, which I can't even share with you. For whatever reason, this whole entire game, Jimmy's screen went white on my end. So on my end, I have not seen Jimmy this entire game. And I was just like, he's going to come back. He's going to come back at some point. He'll come back. So I have not seen you at all. I have no idea what your trigger word has been. I have no idea what you're doing. I was just like, I bet it'll be something audible, and I'm just going to listen really hard for anything that sounds strange. But I don't know if it was. I have no idea. I have not seen you, Jimmy. I have not seen you at all. So at the end, I figured out it was cream because LG's like cream and syrup thing, and I knew you figured out mine. But I didn't. And then also number 2, I just couldn't see you at all. You're still a white screen. I still cannot see you right now, Jimmy. I have no idea why. But you're back. You're back. You're back. Oh my God, you're back. What was your thing whenever cream happened?
I had to drink out of an invisible straw.
Why couldn't you hear that, Bowler?
I was just listening so hard. I was like, I'm just going to listen. I'm just going to listen, and I'll hear something. And then also, meanwhile, because I was doing these raspberries so far, after a while, Pepper was like, next to me.
I almost said syrup so much earlier in the scene too, and I wish I had.
Oh my God. Perfect. That couldn't have
Well,
gone.
that couldn't have gone better or worse.
I was gonna say this couldn't have gone better. Honestly, this couldn't have gone better. I totally want to play this game again. Thank you for introducing us this game, Jimmy, because this worked
Thank
well.
you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I agree
A
as
dual,
well.
a dual guessing game was so fun. It was a lot of, I think it was exactly the right amount of power for LG. It was really perfect. And I got to really bring back a lot of Friendlies knowledge, which was really, really fun for me.
I am super impressed. I am super impressed. Yes, I would love to play
I was
this
an
game
excellent
again.
server. I was an excellent server. I really liked waiting tables. I think if waiting tables actually paid a fair living wage, I would still do it.
Yeah.
And to be I wanted you to clarify, you would tip, you would share tips, right? This was a bad Friendlies we set up. You would in real life share tips.
No, when you're training, no, that was a policy. When you're training, the trainer keeps all of the tips, but some trainers would be like, here's like $5-10 at the end of the day. But when you were training, you got paid. At the time, it was like $7.50 an hour was the minimum wage. But when you're the trainer, you're only getting paid $2 an hour, and then you get all the tips. But you also, when you're training, you go a lot slower, so you actually lose money as a trainer when you train because you don't wait as many tables. When you're on your own, you can do more, but when you're training, you have to go a lot slower and stuff like that.
But
then when you are
actually taking on two
training, it's
jobs,
like
they're
you'll
trying to
do-
compensate you for your
yeah.
extra
By the end of your training session, you're like handling the whole section by yourself, and the trainer's just following you around, being like, "Good, do this," like reminding you, and they're taking all of the tips, but really they're not making any money. Not like you are, not like $7 an hour is a lot, anyways. But then once you stop training, it's pretty. It was no, you don't make much because a lot of people don't tip. There's a lot of people who don't feel like you should tip people, which is just awful.
in America. That's not.
Yeah, like it's just it's I think the tipping whole system is not the greatest design.
Right.
That's for another discussion.
But it doesn't mean that I'm not currently going. I disagree with it as well. But I also, particularly in pandemic, feel badly at like my Dunkin' drive-through is my treat, so I don't have to go in anywhere. And I always make sure they seem happy when you tip them. So
yeah. Oh
Jimmy,
my
do you
goodness.
tip PTs? No, because they pay for insurance.
No, they can receive like gifts. It's actually like a very like gray area of gift receiving. Like the APTA basically says like it's like as long as you don't feel awkward about receiving the gift, then it's okay. It's like so basically it's like you can't be of something of like exorbitant value. It has to be something that like you're okay with like telling people like yeah this they gave me this thing.
I'm gonna give you a Kate Spade bag full of shrimp.
I would accept that. Yeah.
One Kate Spade purse. Those are expensive purses too. You're gonna fill them with shrimp. It's just adding value.
All I could think about was like the inside of like a purse that's like fuzzy, like that lining, but then like that fuzz being soaked.
Just soaked in shrimp.
Oh, thank you so much for that visual.
Yeah, that was a true story about my friend Joe Cruz who ate 150 shrimp at All You Can Eat.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
they started.
Some people who like their stomach muscles are like trained and able to do it, and I think that's a thing that is cool.
All right, everybody. That is our time. Thank you so much for playing with us, Jimmy. Thank you so much for audience joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I had this is great. We had a great time.
I had my finger on the trigger. I'm sorry.
Don't ever be sorry for that. Thank you all. Goodbye. Have fun with the rest of your work day, nerds. Right?
Friday night shows.
Right. Pig. Friday night shows. Pig is still having some live shows with a very limited seating. There's only going to be 5 tickets sold a night. So we're going to be basically live streaming in the next 2 weeks for COVID safety reasons. So if you buy one of 5 tickets, you'll be lovingly spread out and be our laughing audience for our live streamers. If you miss out on tickets, you can watch us live streamed on YouTube and I believe on Facebook as well. But definitely subscribe to the Pig YouTube channel. You will not miss a show that way. And I'm in the Saturday 9 o'clock set doing organic with City Babes. So thank you all so much. And we'll see you on the internet.
Bye.
Who's around right now, baby, right now? Do an improv, baby, right now, now, now. Who's around right now, baby, right now? Do an improv, baby, right now, now.